In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brakes on your Kia Sorento, located behind the rear wheels. Let's get started. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to remove the lug nuts. Remove the tire. We're going to remove these two rotor bolts. Using a number 3 Phillips head, we're going to be removing it. Before we take the caliper apart, we want to go ahead and return the piston. I'm going to go ahead and set up a brake bleeder bottle. We're going to locate the bleeder for the caliper. If you have a cap, simply just grab it, move it to the side. In this case, we're going to use a 11mm wrench to crack it loose. We're going to place the wrench on it. Hook up our bleeder bottle. Crack it open. We're going to go ahead and compress the rotor. I'm going to use a small pry bar. Put it in between the rotor and the caliper. You're going to see some fluid. After you're done compressing the piston, simply close the bleeder. Remove your bottle, in this case the hose. Take the pry bar out and close the rubber piece. Remove the bottle. Now we're ready to remove the caliper. Using a 14mm socket, we're gonna remove the caliper bolts. Get them loose. Now remove them. Simply slide the caliper out. And in this case, I'm going to be placing it on top of the control arm. When you do this, make sure you're not putting any pressure on the hose itself to avoid any damage. Using a 14mm socket, we're going to remove the caliper bracket bolts. Crack them loose. To remove the bottom bolt, I'm going to use a shallow 14 socket. Remove the bolt. And now slide the caliper bracket away from the rotor and put it to the side. Now that we have the caliper off the rotor, we're going to go ahead and tap around this area to break it loose from the hub. Now that we have the rotor loose, simply start pulling out and slide it out. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our bracket ready. For that, we're gonna remove the old pads. Sometimes these are stuck together, so you can use a hammer and tap on them to remove the old pads. Using a flathead screwdriver, we're gonna remove the tent. Simply pry on both sides, take it off. And another thing we're gonna do, we're gonna inspect and re-grease the slide pins. For that, you wanna make sure that you have no rips on the boot. If you do, you will have to replace these. In our case, these look good, so we're gonna be reusing them. Remove the slide pins. Grab some brake parts cleaner and a rag, spray some on it, and wipe it off. We're going to repeat the same process on the other one. Now we're gonna go ahead and apply new silicone paste onto the slide pins. You don't wanna put too much, just a little bit. You wanna go ahead and slide it and make sure that it slides free. Do the same on the other one. Now that we have that ready, we're gonna go ahead and grab a wire brush and we're gonna go ahead and clean the area where the tims go. Do the same on the other side. Before we install the new tims in place, we're gonna go ahead and put some silicone right on these areas. I'm gonna go ahead and do it on both sides. Get the new tins and push them in place. Should look like that. We're gonna go ahead and install the other side. And now we're ready to go back to the vehicle. Before we install the rotor on, we wanna make sure that we clean the surface of the hub. And for that, I'm gonna be using a wire brush. Get between the studs. Once we have the surface clean, we want to go ahead and grab some brake parts cleaner, spray some on, wipe it off, and now we want to go ahead and apply some Never Sees. Wipe off any excess. Before we install the rotor in place, we want to go ahead and install it backwards. We're going to be spraying some brake parts cleaner to get rid of the machining oil that's on the rotor itself. Simply go ahead and spray it. Wipe it off. Now we can go ahead, take off the rotor, and now we're ready to install the rotor. For this, we want to make sure we lined up the holes with the hub. Simply line it up, push it in, and now we're ready to install the two rotor screws. For that, we want to start by hand. And just get them snug. You don't have to go too tight on this. Now that we have the rotor in place, we're gonna look for this hole on this side, and our adjuster is located right over here. So we're gonna locate it or rotate it to where we can get to the adjuster. We wanna go ahead and remove the cap from the old rotor. In this case, I'm gonna be using a small pry tool. Simply pry on it. Just like that, and we're gonna go ahead and reinstall it. Simply push it in. Using some brake parts cleaner, we're gonna go ahead and spray the surface of the rotor. Wipe it off. We're gonna go ahead and install the bracket the same way that it came out. Install the bolts by hand. We're gonna get them bottomed out. And now we're gonna torque them to 52 foot-pounds. Now we're ready to install our pads. We're gonna start with the back one, and always remember the one with the squealer goes in the back of the rotor. Simply slide it in place. And we're gonna do the same on the front. Now we're ready to install the pad clips. For that, we wanna install at the top. We want to hold the pads, clip it in place. You wanna apply some pressure because it's gonna wanna pull out. While you're holding it, you wanna install the bottom one the same way. And now that you have it in place, we're ready to slide the caliper in place. While holding at the top, you're gonna slide at the bottom and line it up. Start the caliper bolts by hand. Get them snug. And now we're gonna torque them to 23 foot-pounds. Install the tire by lining up the holes. And start the lug nuts by hand. Get them snug. With the vehicle on the ground, we're gonna go ahead and torque our wheel to 79.6 foot-pounds. And for that, we wanna make sure we do a star pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.